Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo and you're watching another live edition of a Q&A with you and me. I do these every weekday live onto YouTube. The patrons, aka the super nomies, can tune in and watch this video a week ahead of time before the time that everybody else gets to see it. And they of course get to watch it without ads. Today's question is, what gadget should I buy for Wi-Fi optimization? Now the reason why I chose this question was because I went to YouTube and I searched for what gadget should I buy, and I thought, well, a lot of people want recommendations for gadgets to buy. So I need specific topics to cover. Today's topic, Wi-Fi optimization. You probably have Wi-Fi, or if you don't, well, I'd be surprised. You've probably heard of Wi-Fi. I remember not having Wi-Fi. Those days sucked, but these days can kind of suck when you're trying to deal with Wi-Fi connectivity problems and speed problems, and it could be happening for a variety of reasons. The best tool that I found to use is an Android device. Wow. Can you believe I said that? No, I'm not kidding. There's a free app that you can download right now by way of Google Play. I've been using it for years. It's called Wi-Fi Analyzer. I'll be sure to put a link for you in the video description so you get the right one, because there are a lot of Wi-Fi optimization tools out there. I'm just saying the best one that I found, the one that I choose to use, is Wi-Fi Analyzer. It's a good name. It's a pretty straightforward name. I'm not going to show you a live topology of everything that's going on in my area here, because I don't want to violate anybody's privacy, certainly. The scope of what this tool allows you to do is, I think, immense. It's very powerful, but also very easy to figure out. You can, view charts and graphs and signal strength. So if you get confused with like negative 92 decibels, like what does that mean? Well, you can tell by the signal strength. Like, is it a big bar or a small bar? Oh, it's a big bar. Okay, then the signal strength is good. You would use this tool in its various screens. And by the way, if I didn't say this, I think it's free, or at least it's been free for me. There's an ad that plays, but there's a setting in the app that allows you to toggle the ad off for a couple of weeks, or you can just, I'm thinking like pay to remove the ad, but it's not really a big deal. I don't mind ads as much as everybody else does. So it's so easy to use. That's the bottom line. Have an Android device, get this tool. If you found one better, I'd be interested in your recommendations. But really, if you have an access point somewhere in your home, that doesn't mean that you're covered, that you're set. Now, you might be able to get online, but it may not be in the perfect position for your use cases. So I've had a variety of access points over the years, and I'm constantly trying new ones as well. Everybody has their favorites. This is not about choosing a favorite access point, because every one of them has a different set of features that you may like. But the thing is with Wi-Fi is it's all about the positioning and placement of those access points. This tool, again, in conjunction with an Android device, will allow you to better optimize the placement. You turn it on, plug it in, and then you roam around with an Android device with the app, and as you're walking around, you kind of get a better feel for signal strength, depending on where you are. Now, my suggestion after you've gotten to that point is, first, start out with that access point pretty much in the center part of your home or apartment or wherever you live, because you're going to want equal access from pretty much anywhere. And of course, you want to optimize where that antenna is broadcasting the signal as well. Then there comes a part of the Wi-Fi experience where you may want to add a repeater. This is where it is absolutely essential, crucial, to use a Wi-Fi optimization tool. Again, free. And if you have an Android device, and if you don't have one yet, I don't really know what you're waiting for, because they are kind of nice to have around, if only for apps like this. If you have something like a Wi-Fi network at home. The idea is that you want to position that repeater in such a way that you're not just repeating the signal, but you're repeating the signal in the right spot. Because if you don't, it can actually damage, or not, okay, that's a harsh word. It can actually attenuate the signal strength, or at least how you're able to connect to that network, even if it is being extended in a valid fashion. So finding the right spot for all of that hardware is going to be key to giving you good connectivity, no matter which device you're using and which part of the house you happen to be using it in. So I've set things up. The access point that I've chosen at this point, which I change all the time. I really do, because there's always new hardware being released, and I like features that give me good wireless at home. And I don't think Diana's complaining. She loves it. In fact, she tells me when Wi-Fi is slow. And it's really not difficult to do, even if you find yourself someone who doesn't know much about wireless networking. If you have an access point and you've got it somewhere in your home, that's just the beginning. Optimize its position based on where you happen to use Wi-Fi most. And it's going to be different depending on who you are. And using a tool like a Wi-Fi Analyzer is a great place to start. That is my gadget recommendation, which is Android device, but it's specifically in conjunction with that app. If there's dedicated Wi-Fi optimization tools, like an actual piece of hardware that you can buy, number one, I think that might be overkill for most people. And number two, I haven't found one yet. The best recommendation I've already given you. That's my choice. Your choice may certainly be different. Some people may agree. Some people may disagree. But I know that I'm always happy to give recommendations when and where I can. And if nothing else, kind of encourage people to optimize their wireless network. Because if you've never done it, how do you know? How do you know your signal strength could not be better? You don't know. So give it a shot. And then, of course, I also got a question for you. What other recommendations would you want? Like, what gadget should I buy? That's general, right? What kind of gadget? So ask me or tell me what other kind of gadget recommendations you want specifically in a genre, in a vertical of sorts. A certain genre, a column of this monster thing. This is my jaws as I'm locking down on you. I love live video. So, thank you for paying attention. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and doing the things that you do so I can continue to do the things I do for you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.